Patriots, number 1 seed. Obviously, they got Brady and Gronk. They're the one of the best duos in the NFL. The Jaguars, man, everyone's like seeing what they're doing now down there, but I feel like they're gonna improve this year. That defense is too good, man. So I feel like the Jaguars are just gonna be doing really good this year. 3rd seed, I picked the Steelers because AFC North is just trash in general, in my opinion. But
they have Doug Martin.
Yeah, Doug Martin.
2011 Lynch.
2011 Martin might come back. 2011 Lynch.
Now the NFC. Alright, so the NFC, I'm gonna start that real quick. Cause, man, it's such a toss-up to pick the top teams. But I think just looking at last year and seeing what the teams added this year, I'm gonna go Vikings 1. Because they were a pretty good team. All they needed was a quarterback. Not to knock Case Keenum, but he's not a top quarterback. So let's go Vikings 1. I'm gonna go Eagles 2 because they're the champs. They didn't really lose much, so I'm gonna have them there. I got your Falcons. They're gonna be good. I think they're gonna win that division. The Rams. The only reason I have Rams so low at 4 is because they have a pretty nasty schedule. So and who knows if Donald and the Rams are really in the same zip code. I mean, we'll see if he plays, but I don't know. I don't see them going too high because there's too many powerhouses, and then the Saints and the Packers to close it out because Aaron Rodgers is back. That's really gonna affect the whole NFC, especially if they sneak in the playoffs like the way we have them at 6. And when they won the Super Bowl, they were the 6th seed and they took out everybody. So I don't know. I just think it's gonna be a crazy NFC, but I don't know. That's my opinion. Like, Vikings that's a team where I don't know. You just add Kirk Cousins and the way they looked against the Broncos, you could say it's preseason, but that's the way that team's gonna look throughout the season. So
that's true. It's true.
I don't know. I like them. We'll see.
I don't know, man. Think, I mean, it's just we got the same 6 teams in, so it's just a little bit of different seeding wise.
Yeah.
But it's a toss up, man, because the Vikings, they're gonna be good. They, like you said, man, they just needed a quarterback. They got Kirk Cousins. That defense is the same as it was last year, and I was low key like.
And then they added Mike Hughes in the draft.
Exactly, man. I don't know. That team's gonna be deathly, but they could be beat. They could be beat in the playoffs, of course. But they certainly will be number 1, I feel like. And I got the Falcons number 2, man, just based on what I follow the team. Based on what I've seen, like they're doing moves, man, and they're gonna be something special this year. But I just don't think they're number 1 seed worthy because the Vikings are just too good to like not put at number 1. But it's a toss of like between those 3 teams: Rams, Eagles, Falcons. But I got Falcons 2, Rams 3. Rams, they got a lot of veterans in that team, and they're gonna be good. Don't get me wrong; they have a lot of talent there, but they're all coming together first time together. Like they got Sue, Peters, Talib. It's gonna take some time to mesh the team, man. So they're gonna lose a couple games to start the year, man, and they may come hot at the end. But
what were we saying earlier? The NFL just babies the Rams, or what did you say? I'm not gonna say what you said.
I was saying that the NFL loves the Rams because LA's a big market, man, and I feel like they baby
all those players they got this offseason.
I feel like the NFL loved it. I feel like the NFL just loved that the Rams, a big market team in LA, is like doing something special down there. So you hate them or not, you're gonna watch them. Like I'm gonna watch the Rams. Like they're gonna be entertaining as hell. And the Eagles, of course, number 4. I picked them at 4 just for the sole reason that they're Super Bowl champions, and I feel like they're gonna get that little hangover. I feel like the Eagles are gonna be good though. I wouldn't be surprised if they go far too again this year. But they did add some talent, and I feel like sometimes talent might hurt you in a way. Like adding Michael Bennett and like adding all those veteran players from free agency.
You think too much star power?
I just feel like sometimes it might hurt the team than help the team. Like Ben. You know how Bennett is too. Like Ben is a beast ass player, but he might change or he might make that locker room toxic. Just based on how like he speaks or how he acts around the paint. He's like the DeMarcus Cousins of the NFL right there. But I like him. He's a good dude.
I think he is in a good situation where, I mean, they're all about the activism and,
that's true.
All lives matter with Malcolm Jenkins and things like that. So that's a good mix. But I see what you're saying with that,
You just never know. And I feel like it's too good to be true for them to be up there again. I feel like they have a chance of winning the Super Bowl. I just don't feel like they're number 1 seed worthy like last year.
And honestly, in the top 4, I don't think seeding really matters.
It doesn't though. I feel like any team could be any of these teams on the road.
So it's like we're not hating on. He's not hating on the Eagles or anything. I know some people are gonna be like, the Eagles at 4. What are you talking? Like, no, it's just the way it happens sometimes. Like we're saying, the Packers could win it all, and they're the 6th seed. It doesn't matter. The NFC is that loaded.
Exactly.
Anybody could win it. Like,
yeah, I was gonna get to that point too. Right now, it's just like the Saints are at 5, and the Packers are at 6. But like those two teams could easily go to like LA or to like Atlanta, Minnesota, and just beat those guys because that's how good this NFC is. Like I feel like those 6 teams are like 6 of the top 8 teams in the NFL. Honestly, in my opinion, and that's going to be a stacked team, man. Rodgers coming back pissed off, ready to go, and that team got better too, even though they lost like a couple players like Jordy Nelson, they're going to stack up.
If those rookies and those rookie corners that they got can really be what they were in college, and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
The defense is the only problem they have there. Like,
But I just feel like Rodgers is good enough to lead them. Like,
no, I'm saying like they can be a trash defense, but you got Rodgers and he'll take you all the way. So,
exactly. I mean, but honestly, man, those 6 teams.
See, the Saints, they could have been to the Super Bowl last year.
They could have
if it wasn't for Marcus Williams who blew that.
The dude, Stephon
so
Diggs.
I mean, any of these teams, it's a toss up.
Going back to the Saints thing, they could have easily made the Super Bowl. The Falcons could have made the Super Bowl last year too. If they would have just made a couple plays at the end in that Philly game, they could have played the Vikings or Saints in the NFC Championship. And you just never know what could have happened, So like any of those 4 teams of last year's divisional round could have easily made the Super Bowl and challenged the Pats, but
wanted that.
Oh, dude, I wanted the Patriots again this year, but it's all good. We might play them this year. Who knows? But yeah, man, these playoffs, this NFC is gonna be tough to pick, but I feel like these are gonna be the final 6 teams making playoffs in NFC. The seeding might be a little off, which honestly, I don't blame you for like having that. Barring any injury, man, I feel like that's what it's gonna be. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Gonna be interesting. We'll get back to that at the end of December and see how wrong we are.
I'm not gonna be mad if the Rams are 1 and the Vikings are 2, or the Falcons are 1 and the Eagles are 4. Like, who cares?
Yeah, I just feel like at the end of the day, those are gonna
these are gonna be the teams. The Panthers are gonna fall off. I don't think they're coming back.
I feel like they'll do it, but not. I don't think they're gonna be like the Packers.
I don't think so. Super Bowl predictions, early Super Bowl predictions.
See, dude, I feel like this is Patriots last year making Super Bowl. I feel like this is the Patriots' final year making the Super Bowl in the AFC.
It could be. I'm gonna be realistic. Like, Tom Brady says yes until 45. I don't think so. If they win it this year, he's done. Like, he has to walk away from it. It's like
I just
six rings. Yeah,
the Jags and Steelers could be up there too, but I just feel like the Patriots
Steelers could fall off next year because they're not keeping Bell.
But
it's the If the Patriots do fall off, like some people think they are, it's the Jags conference, and we'll see what happens. But
exactly.
And then you still have all these teams on the rise, so I mean, you could be right.
That's why I picked the Patriots to make it this year again one more time, just because they're veterans, they've been there, and these teams are on the come up. But I just don't feel like any of them are ready enough to make the Super Bowl like the Patriots. So I got the Patriots in the AFC. In the NFC, man, I got to pick the Falcons. They're my biased team. They're my team. I could see any of those 6 making it, but just overall, I really have this feeling we're hosting the Super Bowl this year, and I just really have this feeling we're coming together this year, and we're gonna come as a brotherhood like we say we are, and we're gonna come in hard, man.
You're gonna be the first team to host it.
I feel like we're gonna be the first team to host the Super Bowl this year. It's a beautiful stadium. If y'all ever been there, I would recommend going again. If you've never been there, go.
You haven't even been there.
I've never been there. I want to go this year. I've been looking at tickets, no lie, but I don't know, man. I just feel like we're gonna be the first team to do it. I don't see why we can't. We're a good team this year, so.
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna say Patriots, and if they do, and whoever they play and they beat them, bro, that's probably the best Super Bowl they've ever won. But I'm gonna say Patriots in the AFC, and the NFC. I'm not gonna pick the Vikings. That's such a bandwagon pick. Like, they're gonna make it this year.
Any of these teams are bandwagons. People.
No, I mean, I get it. But you gotta
picking Rams, Eagles,
Like the Eagles, honestly, it's gonna be between 3 teams, and whatever, hate on me if you want, but it's gonna be the Eagles, it's gonna be the Packers, and that 3rd team, bro. I don't know. It could it's for me, honestly, it's either the Falcons or the Rams. but I don't know. I would have to look at the defenses. The offenses are pretty good. It's just I would have to go like position by position. But you know what? Let's get that rematch, bro.
I'm with it, man. Because like,
Falcons?
if you look back at history,
I would like to see.
If you remember the Broncos Super Bowl against the Seahawks, like it was the number one offense versus the number one defense. Remember that when Peyton Manning was there, he was like really good.
Yeah, y'all remember.
And the Broncos got whooped that game. But like 2 years later, they made it as the number one defense, and they beat the Panthers in San Francisco. So I feel like the Falcons are gonna go the same road that the Broncos went through not too long ago, where we had the best offense 2 years ago, and we choked in the Super Bowl. But fast forward 2 years now, which is gonna be 2 years now to this year, we're gonna have the best defense, and I feel like that's what's gonna win us the championship this year. So
that'd be crazy if that happens.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, this Falcons team, I'm excited. This is gonna be probably one of the most exciting seasons I've experienced. Not just because of the Falcons, but just because the NFC is just so good, and I'm excited to see Week 1 against the Eagles. So we shall see, man. It's gonna be a good season. I appreciate y'all for listening. Yep. Keep supporting my boy Chavelas out here, but if y'all ever want to like join this fool's podcast and videos and disagree and go off on him, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, let me know. I want to.
This dude thinks he's right all the time, but he's not. So I want y'all to go over here.
We have the same picks right here.
But yeah, man, appreciate y'all for having me for the 5th time in a row.
It was like 4th or 5th, man.
JuJu Merc, y'all heard it here. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. So.
Shout out to everybody that watches. So, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Thank you guys.
Right on.
I'm the best. You're the